Good morning students, this is class 12th maths, lecture 2nd of chapter 7th, integrals. We will discuss the solution of exercise 7.1. So question first is to find the antiderivative or the integral of sine 2x with respect to x. So you know by the formula it is directly minus cos 2x upon 2 plus c, because the derivative of this is nothing but sine 2x, right? Now question second is integral of cos 3x. So it will be sine 3x upon 3 plus c. Question third, integral of e raised to the power 2x. So integral of this will be e raised to the power 2x upon 2 plus c, right? In derivative, we always multiplied with the constant which is with x. In the integration, we always divide with the constant which is with x, right? Now question number 4th is integral of ax plus b whole square. So integral of this will be ax plus b whole cube upon 3a plus c. Why this is so? Because x raised to the power n integral is x raised to the power n plus 1. Here n is 2. So 2 plus 1 upon n plus 1, which is 2 plus 1, that is 3. Right? Now question number 5th is integral of sine 2x minus 4 into e raised to the power 3x with respect to x. So it can be written as integral of sine 2x minus 4 outside the integral into integral of e raised to the power 3x. Now integral of this is minus cos 2x upon 2 minus 4 as it is. Now integral of e raised to the power 3x is e raised to the power 3x upon 3 plus c. Question number 6, integral of 4 into e raised to the power 3x plus 1. So it can be written as 4 into integral of e raised to the power 3x plus integral of 1. So 4 as it is, integral of this is e raised to the power 3x upon 3 plus, because derivative of x is 1, therefore integral of 1 will be x plus c. Clear? Question number 7th is integral of x square into 1 minus 1 upon x square with respect to x. So multiply this x square with both of these terms. So you will get x square minus 1. Now this can be written as integral of x square minus integral of 1. Integral of x square will be x raised to the power 2 plus 1, which is 3, upon 2 plus 1, which is 3, minus x plus c. Now we will discuss the geometrical interpretation of indefinite integral. See, let fx be the function 2x. Now the integral of 2x with respect to x will be x square plus c. Why? Because x square, derivative of x square is 2x, right? So integral will be x square plus c. Let this x square plus c as y. Now at c equal to 0, y will be x square. At c equal to 1, y will be x square plus 1. At c equal to minus 1, y will be x square minus 1. So at different values of c, we get different values of y. Now we will draw the graph of these functions. So when you will draw the graph of y is equal to x square, it will be this graph, right? And this is a parabola. Now the graph of y is equal to x square plus 1. It is this graph. So the graph of y is equal to x square plus 1 will be this. Now when you will put in place of c2, the graph of y is equal to x square plus 2 will be this. So you can see all of these graphs are of parabola of the form y is equal to x square plus c. That is why we say that integral, indefinite integral includes the family of all of its antiderivatives, right? Also at the line x equal to a, the value of this function is y is equal to a square plus 2. Here the value at a, y is equal to a square plus 1, y is equal to a square. So you can see at this point, slope of the tangent of all the functions will be 2a. So the tangents are parallel to each other. And because tangents are parallel to each other, we can get members of the family by just shifting any of the curve just parallel to it, right? So this is only the geometrical interpretation that for different values of c, you will get different members of the family, and these members can be obtained by shifting any one of the curve parallel to itself. Clear? Now we will discuss some more questions on integrals only. I hope you have learned all the formulas. So the question is, you have to find the integral of this. Now first of all, we'll use the property and we'll write this integral as integral of x raised to the power 3 by 2 plus 2 outside integral of e raised to the power x minus integral of 1 by x. Now you know integral of x raised to the power n is x raised to the power n plus 1 upon n plus 1, right? N can be any integer or in fraction, but n should not be minus 1, right? Now plus 2 integral of e raised to the power x is same, e raised to the power x. And here see, it is x raised to the power minus 1, that is 1 by x. So integral of this is minus log mod x plus c, constant of integration. So you will get x raised to the power 5 by 2 in the denominator, 5 by 2, which is 5, take 2 in the numerator, plus 2 into e raised to the power x minus log mod x plus c. Now second is, you have to find the integral of cosecant x into cosecant x plus cot x. So multiply cosecant x with both of these terms. So you'll get integral of cosecant square x plus integral of cosecant x cot x. Now the derivative of cot x is minus cosecant square x. Therefore integral of cosecant square x will be minus cot x, and integral of cosecant x cot x will be minus cosecant x plus c. Now the third question is integral of 1 minus sin x upon cos square x with respect to x. So first of all, divide the numerator with the denominator. So write down it as integral of 1 upon cos square x with respect to x minus sin x upon cos square x integral. Now this is secant square x minus, see this is sin x upon cos square x. This cos square x can be written as cos x into cos x. So sin x upon cos x will become 10x and 1 upon cos x will become secant x, right? Why we have done this? Because now we know the integral of secant square x, which is 10x minus integral of secant x into 10x is secant x plus c. Clear? Now next question is, you have to find capital F, where this capital F is integral of 4x cube minus 6 with respect to x, and also it is given that f of 0 is equal to 3, right? Now see, f is the integral of 4x cube minus 6. This integral can be written as 4 into integral of x cube minus integral of 6. Now 4, or you can take 6 also common outside the integral, and here it can be 1 into dx, right? It's your choice. So 4 as it is. Now integral of x cube will be x raised to the power n plus 1, that is 3 plus 1, which is 4 upon 3 plus 1, that is 4. minus 6 into integral of now 1 will be x. So this is x raised to the power 4 minus 6x plus c. Now see, they have given this, that f of 0 is equal to 3. So in place of x, put 0, you'll get the value of c. See, this is the journal solution of this integral, but when we are given with some additional information which we can use to find the value of c. So we can reduce this journal solution to the particular solution, because at different values of c you will get different functions or different integrals of 4x cube minus 6. But because of this additional information, we got the value of c as 3 and we got the particular integral of 4x cube minus 6, which is x raised to the power 4 minus 6x plus, in place of c put 3. So this is now the particular solution because of this additional information given. Now we will discuss the questions of the exercise 7.1. So question number 12 is find the integral of x cube plus 3x plus 4 upon root x with respect to x. So for this we will divide all the terms of the numerator with root x. So you will get integral of x cube upon root x with respect to x plus, take out 3 outside, integral of x upon root x plus, take out 4 outside, or I have written it inside, no, doesn't matter. So integral of 4 upon root x with respect to x, right? Now see, when you will divide x cube with x, root x, so this is x cube, this is x raised to the power 1 by 2. So you will get x raised to the power 3 minus 1 by 2, which is x raised to the power 5 by 2 plus 3 integral of x raised to the power 1 by 2 plus 4 integral of x raised to the power minus 1 by 2, right? Now this is integral of x raised to the power n. So integral of this will be x raised to the power n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus 3 into same integral of this will be x raised to the power n plus 1 upon n plus 1, here n is 1 by 2 plus 4, again same integral of x raised to the power minus 1 by 2 is x raised to the power minus 1 by 2 plus 1 upon minus 1 by 2 plus 1 plus c. Now solve this, so you will get x raised to the power 7 by 2 and in the denominator also 7 by 2. So 2 taken in the numerator plus, now see here x raised to the power 3 by 2 upon, you will get 3 by 2. 3 will get cancelled with this 3 and 2 will come in the numerator plus, now this will be x raised to the power 1 by 2 and this is in the denominator 1 by 2. Here it is 4. So you will get 8 in the numerator plus c. Now next question number 13th. To find the integral of x cube minus x square plus x minus 1 upon x minus 1 with respect to x. So see, from both of these terms we can take x square common. So you will get x minus 1. From these two terms take 1 common. So you will get x minus 1 upon x minus 1. Now it is equal to integral of x square into x minus 1 upon x minus 1. So x minus 1 will get cancelled. So you will get integral of x square plus integral of x minus 1 upon x minus 1, which is integral of 1 only. Now integral of x square is x cube by 3 plus integral of 1 is x plus c. Now question number 19th is integral of secant square x upon cosecant square x with respect to x. Now secant square x can be written as 1 upon cos square x into cosecant square x can be written as 1 upon sin square x. So sin square x will come in the numerator. Now sin square x upon cos square x is tan square x. Still we don't know the integral of tan square x. Therefore, we are using the trigonometric property, which is tan square x plus 1 is secant square x. So you will get it as integral of secant square x minus 1. Now integral of secant square x minus integral of 1. Integral of secant square x you know is 10x minus integral of 1 is x plus c, right? So your today's homework is that you have to complete exercise 7.1. Okay, thank you.